Hi, my name is Don Nori Sr. We are now several months after the Obama health care bill has been passed, and we're waiting for it to now take effect. As most of you have already noticed, passing the new year, most insurance companies are already anticipating the reality of the new health care bill, and the exact opposite of what we were told was going to happen is happening, where health care programs are up an average of 35%, some as high as 50%. So the notion that the health care bill is going to reduce costs is not true. It is quite actually a myth. Now, those of you who are already under a form of Obamacare outside the United States, I want you to listen carefully. Obama and his administration and the liberals stated time and time again that there are 40 million people without health care. Please listen carefully. By law that was passed several years ago, by law, anybody can go in to an emergency room and get treatment. If they have no coverage, that treatment is free. I have talked to many folks who do not have health care, and they simply say when they are in trouble, when they are sick, they do go to the emergency room and they do take advantage of the program that allows them to be treated. An emergency room by law cannot refuse treatment because you don't have insurance. So it is simply a myth that 40 million people in the United States are without health care. It is clearly a misnomer by those who are trying to push a socialized program on the United States. Many people say that the health care program in Canada and in the UK are far better than the health care program in the United States. If that is the case, why are there so many Canadians and the UK coming to the United States to care for their health care needs? In some instances, simple procedures require a 6-month wait or longer, which of course puts you in danger if you need such a simple procedure. People wouldn't be flocking to the United States for health care if socialized health care was better than ours. I mean, to me, that's just common sense. Although, as a friend of mine from the UK says, common sense is not very common because common sense is trumped by political views. By politics in general, common sense is trumped. That's unfortunate, but with Obamacare, that's definitely the truth. Now, the notion that Obamacare cost was going to be spread equally over everyone was supposed to lower the health care costs. There would be no new taxes, and the health care would be much less. But here are some facts. So far, 250, count them, 250 companies have received exemptions so that they do not have to be part of Obamacare. The first one was McDonald's, and it was followed by a flurry of large companies who now don't have to worry about health care. It is amazing that 150 out of 250 groups that got exemptions were labor unions that obviously were great contributors to the Obama campaign, and also great contributors to the Democrat campaign re-election program. 250 companies have received exemptions. 150 of them are labor unions. That includes the AARP. That were great contributions to the entire Democrat agenda. AARP is exempt from the healthcare program. Make no mistake, the AARP is liberal. If you want a good conservative program to belong to, that would be 60 Plus. It is a Christian conservative organization. Google 60 Plus, 60 with the plus sign or PLUS, and you'll get to that site. Interestingly enough, federal employees are also exempt. Federal unions are also exempt from the healthcare program. The other thing that's very interesting is that the notion is that taxes would not be increased in order to take care of this. But in 2012, a hidden tax in the healthcare program, listen to this, if you buy a house, new or pre-owned, in 2012, there is a 6% sales tax that is put onto that just to pay for health care. It is a health care tax put on new and pre-owned homes. So if you buy a $3,000 home and $300,000 home, a $300,000 home in 2012, you're going to have $12,000 in taxes that's going to be added to the cost of that. And as most people cannot afford the $12,000 tax, it'll simply be rolled into the mortgage. And since that's going to be rolled into the mortgage, then the top level is, instead of being able to buy, for instance, a $3,000 home because of your income, you now can only buy a home worth $288,000 because that $12,000 needs to be paid immediately to the federal government. So you end up financing that $12,000 tax. In your lifetime, if you pay off that 30-year mortgage, it ends up to be 2.5 times the cost because you've paid interest for it. So that $12,000 tax ends up costing you $30,000 over the life of the mortgage. You know, you need to study these things for yourself, and you need to understand that Obamacare is not good care for the American people. Obamacare is not the kind of care that's going to keep our health care system as strong as it is. Do there need to be price controls? I say no. I say there needs to be more competition. I say that companies need to be able to purchase and need to do business in all states. Right now, state companies cannot cross state lines. A company in Pennsylvania can't sell in Maryland. A company in Ohio can't sell in Florida. It's a ridiculous restriction that keeps prices high. My bit is that we need to be able to cross state lines to sell health insurance. There needs to be tort reform that will cause trial lawyers not to be able to gobble up millions of dollars in insurance fraud cases that they primarily make up. There needs to be ceilings, and there needs to be controls on trial lawyers. These are the issues for Obama health care. Share this video, repost it, and let everybody know we need to say no to Obamacare. Thank you.